Vanessa Laybourne here with 360 Alberta. With me I have my good friend Justine Wright, who is here to discuss a little bit about the Terry Fox run that was held in Fort Saskatchewan. Welcome, Justine. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming. How long have you been organizing the run here in town?
This year, I believe, was my 8th year of being involved in the organization of it. Yeah, one of the volunteers. Yeah.
So this year I was fortunate enough to get out and run.
Yes.
And you were out there freezing.
It was a very cold day. It was probably one of our coldest days in a long time.
And you still managed to have quite a few people turn out.
We have a lot of great families in Fort Saskatchewan that are, I would call, regulars to the run that come out every year. Many of them have either lost a family member to cancer or are survivors, and so they have a really great, what we call, fan base of people that donate to the foundation every year. So those teams are out in force again this year, and yes, our numbers were down for people out that morning, which I knew it would be rough because
due to the weather.
Due to the weather.
Right.
But honestly, we still managed to raise $10,000 this year.
Wow.
The one thing about the foundation is, of course, as we go along, is they do a lot more online donations now, so that's much more easier for people to donate online, so the actual people bringing pledges decreases,
right?
Because they're able to donate online.
But
so
you still seem to get a great bout of participation, whether
yes.
the weather is terrible or sunny. I know I've been part of it probably for 6 years with you now.
Yeah.
And it always seems to be a great turnout, and you have local vendors in town that donate stuff for the participants throughout the race.
Yes,
and after.
The last 2 years, Panago approached me about providing pizzas. They say mainly for volunteers. I always try to get enough out to feed everybody. And this year that wasn't a problem. We had lots left over. It was great. My volunteers got lots of pizza. And actually our local supplement king had seen the advertising for it, and they approached me about coming out to help. They also own, I believe, the Cold Lake franchise,
okay.
And they help out at Cold Lake, so he offered so they set up a water table for us, so that was great. I didn't have to worry about that.
Why does Justine Wright do this? Besides being an amazing volunteer.
Well, honestly, for the Terry Fox Foundation, it's very much an easy turnkey system for me as a race director or volunteer. They provide us with all the documentation, the pledge sheets, anything that we want, signs. So there's no cost to anybody to actually be the volunteer race director or coordinator. So for me, it's always been just a matter of my time. And this year I did change the route. I was a little concerned about doing that, but I asked you actually if you enjoyed the route better, and you said yes.
Yes, I did, very much so. The paved path, I think had the weather been nicer, you would have saw a lot more families out with strollers and bikes. But it was nice to be along the river in the open, so it was a very nice change. Yeah,
our West River's Edge is a beautiful spot to host that event. It's a community event. There's no cost. People can just show up and be a support and to understand really the foundation of Terry Fox, and I think that's really what's key.
If you were not able to make it out and support the Terry Fox run that you organized through the community, the kids are still getting involved throughout the school district here in Fort.
Yes, and that's really what I believe what keeps his memory alive, is the education of our younger kids, because it's been over 30 years now and it's still going strong in Canada.
I'm Vanessa Laybourne at the Sawmill Restaurant here in Fort Saskatchewan, and we'd like to end this on 360 Alberta. Thanks again, Justine.
Thank you.